Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to Tarmac Talking, special edition, inspiring ADA series ahead of Aero India 2021. It has been a great response from all of you to the series so far, and this is the final part. And today we are getting you the Naval LCA team, led by Project Director Mr. Thangavel. And the team was extremely busy in the last 2 weeks owing to the Republic Day parade. Some of you might have seen the float where you had the INS Vikramaditya and that depicting that takeoff and landing, historic landing of last year. So today we are going to ask this team about their experiences of mastering this complex technologies, and also we'll also ask them the road ahead for the Naval LCA Mark 1 program.
Post successful maiden flight of Air Force variant, Government of India sanctioned a program for the development of naval variant. Of course, Indian Navy also contributed partially. The major challenge in the development of LCA Navy was the realization of a high strength landing gear system which is capable of landing at 7.1 meters per second for the carrier landing, and the development of the arrestor system which is stopping the aircraft from 240 km to 0 with a 90-meter run in 1.5 seconds. So these are the major challenges we faced and we have overcome. In addition to that, all the LRUs, the line replacement units, what you call the flight computer, engine or the valve, whatever may be, everything has to be shock qualified. That we have done shock qualified, and then all 356 LRUs now qualified for the arrestor shock. Then we have to make one structural specimen which has to be tested for 150% of the design load. That also a major challenge because there is no structural mass facility available in HAL to handle this kind of load. So that also we have started from scratch and then we have overcome, and then we had our maiden ski jump on December 2014. This is around a decade time, which is well within the time frame of program elsewhere in the world of similar programs.
Now, where does this program stand now as we speak?
Currently, we have been sanctioned one prototype on the trainer, one prototype on the fighter. In addition, we could manage one more production standard trainer which is called NP5, which directly can be launched for the production because all the design, drawing, standard, everything is to be production standard. One trainer and one fighter are flying, that is already proved on Vikramaditya. We have then the production line, the production standard trainer, that is called the NP5. That also will be rigorously tested on for design validity and the shore-based test facility as well as on the Vikramaditya. Currently, we had an RFI, request for interest from the US Navy for almost around 45 aircrafts they want for training their pilots on the carrier approach trials. HAL has responded to the RFI. Few queries we are getting from, we received from the US, we responded also. We are waiting for further inputs from US Navy.
With all these experience and learnings, considering that the challenges of building a naval fighter capable of landing on the deck is far complex than the Air Force program. Now NP5, and we all know that is the TEDBF, what the Navy wants, the twin engine. So that program is also parallelly going. So what for your team after NP5?
After NP5, of course, we can, that is the TEDBF is the twin engine. The major technologies are proved in the Mark 1 program. For the technology wise, we have no uncertainties. In the TEDBF, we may have the program of linking two engines and how to design for heavier configuration. Those are the challenges. Whereas in the Mark 1 program itself is having its own future. The engine as the FADEC control, that can be also tuned to the automatic landing capacity. It is there. The RN20S engine is having that capacity for tuning it. Afterwards, we are trying to convert one of our flight trainer especially for this ATOL technology, which the major input for even the Gatak program also, this will be a major input. We will be giving this technology to them also.
I joined the program way back in 2008 as a naval officer. Our main aim was to make this aircraft operate successfully on the carrier and demonstrate to the Navy that we have a formidable air element which can be produced in the future. So my main interest was to bring in awareness both with the ADA and in the Navy, the kind of product we have, and to find a strategy on how to operate on the shore-based test facility, and to bring in strategies so that this aircraft could operate with MiG-29K on board the INS Vikramaditya and the future aircraft carriers.
The unsung heroes of the LCA Navy program, some of them who have been there for long years and seen some of the critical developments of this project. So straight away to Ravinder, an old hat, close to 13 years from Dehradun, and coordinator for the fighter program of Naval LCA. What was the most unforgettable moment for you being part of this project?
The unforgettable moment is the first key jump which we had in 2014, and when the aircraft has done the first key jump, the whole team was in tears because the amount of toil which the whole team has done, the hard work, and we have seen our dream is coming true. So this was the most memorable moment for me because it has opened up sky for us. From there we haven't stopped, and we keep on working hard to prove our aircraft. And now the scene is we have proven our aircraft on Vikramaditya for both arrested landing and ski jump takeoff.
So Mayuran from Chennai with the program for the last 7 years, and he's the program management man. So what have been your thoughts being part of this amazing team that whatever they touched, they did everything for the first time?
So it's been a real honor to work in this organization. I've been working in LCA Navy as a program management team, and I've been involved in consolidating all the projects together and make them deliver the items on time, and then get it integrated with the aircraft towards making it flying.
So how challenging is it to coordinate with different multiple agencies, because it's a Herculean task, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. It is like every now and then we have to get it coordinated, and then the time delays has to be answered, and everything has to be in place, and we will be pushing it for getting the things done from multiple organizations.
B.S. Rao, from Kakinada, and with this project for the last 11 years, and interestingly, he is now looking after the NP5, the production variant of trainer that is set to fly out soon. When can we expect the first flight?
It is a production standard aircraft. We have taken a lot of care in the build of this aircraft, right from the jig calibration to structural build of the aircraft. Now structural build already completed, wing mating also completed, most of the hydraulics, other disciplinary work is also completed. We are expecting the first flight of this aircraft by second quarter of this year.
All right, that's good news. The second quarter of the year. Mukesh, 12 years and from Ahmedabad, and he has a tremendous experience with the shore-based test facility. That's in Goa. So Mukesh, SBTF, we have heard a lot of things. So what is that you can share that we haven't heard?
The speciality about the SBTF is it is not only meant for the testing LCA Navy, it helps Indian Navy to train their pilots also. Very first utilization of the facility was when Vikramaditya was arriving to India in the year end of 2013 and 2014, starting of 2014. We had a not only pressure to complete the facility and certify it on the schedule, but we had to train the Indian Navy pilots to join the Vikramaditya, to go on board the Vikramaditya. So I remember that it was actually the same day in 2014, 28 January 2014, when we completed certification of the facility with the help of Russians and with the team from Goa Shipyard and DRDO partners.
Oh, that is an interesting bit of history which we skipped. So it was on this day, January 28th.
Yeah, and it happens to be my birthday also.
It happens to be your birthday also. Happy birthday to you. That's, so much of coincidence. And 7 years back on this day, SBTA was certified. I remember reporting about the same. And that was birthday boy Mukesh. So this is a young team who played a significant role. And I also want to mention here to the viewers, every time when scientists, youngsters come onto the frame or interview, there are a lot of comments that come: security, don't reveal their identity, don't show their faces. Please remember, these are all cleared by various agencies who look into all these aspects. So don't get over worried about all these facts. We take a lot of care, and we don't cross the line at all because these are security matters. So sit back and enjoy. And there is nothing sensitive that we discuss. It's all whatever need to know, whatever need to be there in the public domain. So no need to worry about their safety. We are all there. Our prayers, our best wishes, and there are people to take care as well. Thank you. So that was the last segment of this great series, Inspiring ADA. You heard from the unsung heroes of Naval LCA program, the Mark I program, people who have really toiled hard for many years, people who have never come to the limelight, people who have really gave everything to this project silently over the years. There are many people as part of this program. Unfortunately, we couldn't get all of them in front of the camera. I want to thank all the subscribers and other visitors of this channel for your great support this Aero India season. As I've been telling in the last couple of weeks, henceforth, all that what we do will be targeted at the young India. We're not going to do any programs for the defense experts. We are going to come to you with very inspiring programs of India's aerospace and defense, like this what you saw today about Naval LCA and many more. Please do remember to subscribe this channel, and please do remember to tell others how exciting stuff you get to see on this platform. Thank you for being part of my journey. Lock onto your dreams, lock onto your targets. Jai Hind.